yeah, big water. How are you going to know where to go to get these fish? They could be almost anywhere. Well, this video is going to give you some ideas on how to accomplish that, how to find them.
Oh, you are a hog. You are just a hog, aren't you? You are. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hog. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for watching another video. Here we are back at Pyramid Lake. Can't resist it. Fishing's been really good here in October this year. It's the 28th. I've been fishing almost every week this month, so that has been some wonderful results to it. You can watch the videos. Hopefully today will be no different. Look at the wind apps and probably end up going to Anaho to start with a little bit of south winds, I think, to start the morning, and then work my way north. That was good last week, and hopefully the fish will still be in there. We'll keep watching and we'll show you how I do. Okay, sun's coming up. It's a little rough out here. Got a south wind, pretty substantial, not substantial, but enough to build. So I think my current strategy is going to be I'm gonna power over, get behind Anaho, fish that this morning, and then wait for this. It's supposed to change up and calm down. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll happen. I know as soon as the sun comes up, it's going to get rougher. So that's my plan. One thing I typically do to help make a decision on how my presentations are going to be, what depth they're going to be, is run that temperature probe down, check the water temperatures at depth. Pretty homogeneous all the way down. Get to about 100 feet before it gets to 54 degrees. And you can see I'm somewhat protected from the wind and waves here, hidden behind Anaho. So that strategy worked, and did find a few fish. I've been finding a consistent bite around the 2.2 to 2.8 speed when I'm trolling for these fish. It's a good idea to change up your lure presentation to these fish. I've had a lot of luck with the Lyman lure. The new 3-inch model has been very effective. That's what I used here. Well, even with a few fish in the boat, the winds were persisting and fishing just wasn't hot enough to want to stay and get beat up, so decided to move even further south, go down to Dago Bay and see if I could get underneath these winds and get out of the wave. Wasn't too long and my decision to cut and run was vindicated and started picking up fish. I'm using fairly short setbacks typically on this lake, maybe 20 feet, 15, 20 feet, as short as 3 feet sometimes behind the downrigger clip. I find these fish are not line shy, and the downrigger balls and the line flashers you can see that I'm using to help to attract them, and then plus it's much easier to navigate and make these tight turns that I like to do. If you don't have a whole bunch of line back, easier to get the fish to the boat. And I find these flatfish lures, U20s, will work just as well at that 2.5 trolling speed that I try to hit. Mexican flag is this version, and I've got no dodgers. Sometimes I'll work a dodger with it, but I'm running them naked today. And you've got to run that good quality ball bearing swivel right in front of the flatfish to run them at that speed. So I hit the mother lode. There are are lots of actively feeding fish in this area. These Lahontan cutthroat trout will travel in schools. The spot I was in previously in the morning had a couple fish here and there, but this is groups of fish. There's a double that I'm in the middle of managing, and these fish are all over some environmental situation that has brought them to the area. There's something that they're feeding on. There's bait. There was a hatch in the area, so the hatch is bringing the bait in, and they're actively feeding on that bait. So if you find this, stay in it. Don't move. Keep in that area, because these fish will be here for hours. And this area at Dago Bay, which I've fished in previous years, is a big flat. So there's a lot of area here that's got similar characteristics to it. I'm fishing an area that's maybe a couple miles long that I'm just going back and forth in, and I found a depth that was working for me, 54 feet, and just stay in these fish, and it just produced all day long. Well, here I am trying to bring the other fish in, still on the line for that double, and that brings up the idea of controlling the boat. So I'm fishing at 2.5, get a fish on, I hit the remote control for the gas kicker and bring it into idle speed. And then I'm using the electric motor in front to steer so I can keep this fish in play. These Lahontans go all over. They're very active when they're coming to the boat, so it's important to try to keep it on the right side of the boat, keep it where you can get it to a net easily, especially if you're fishing by yourself. Yeah, once you get over here, it's pretty quiet. And I'm hitting them at 54 feet, although I ran a temperature probe and the thermal climb is now at 100 feet. Yeah, but it's like 50, it's 50, 59, 56, 59 at the top, and then right there is the 54 or 100. But I've been fishing them higher. Most of the stuff I've gotten lower than 50 feet. So we'll see. Get them. Yeah, bye. And you can tell from these videos that I keep putting out, I'm very big on sharing information. So if you're out there on the lake, if you got a radio especially, or if you can get a phone call to somebody, if you have some other people on the lake that are there, conditions can change hourly, and finding these fish is not always an easy thing. So I always try to go with a couple, at least 2 or 3 other people that I have fished with before in other boats, and somebody will find it, and then we will network to locate where these fish are, because they move around quite a bit in the lake, and finding the hot spot is never an easy thing. And certainly there's so many fish in this lake that it's not like it's a limited resource and you gotta covet that one little spot where you might be able to find a fish. And that brings up another point that is always foremost in my mind, which is the care and respect for this great resource that we have here. Hats off to the Paiute Indian tribe and their management of the fishery, which was almost a near extinction event, brought back from the brink, and with partnerships with the United States government got the fishery back up into this phenomenal state of a world-class fishery that is right in our backyard. So thanks again for allowing us to enjoy your tribal lands, and everybody should just be very thankful and considerate of this resource that we're allowed to share. And respect for the fish themselves. Handle them as gently as we can. Barbless hooks. Get them back in the water. You're going to measure them, take a picture quick, and get them back. And they're pretty hardy fish. Try to stress them out as little as possible and get them back so they continue to be such a great resource. And if you're lucky, you might even get an air show. It happens not infrequently here at Pyramid Lake. Well, those are some of the decisions that I feel I'm making every trip to try to target these fish through years of experience. And hopefully that'll help you in your quest for finding that big fish out here in this lake. They're out there. They're big, they're weighty.
Oh yeah, oh man, oh yeah. Oh, Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Wow! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you! Thank you, Mr. Hog.
Well, thanks again for watching. And please, if you would, hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me out on the channel, keeps me encouraged, and I'll keep producing these for you. Tight lines.